Hi everyone, if you are an educator and struggling to retain student attention over a 1-hour Zoom session, do you know that seeing instructor on the screen at all times while you are giving a lecture or providing with a circuit demo at the same time is reported to have increased the student engagement exponentially? During this time of COVID-19, we all are trying new ways to improve student learning experience remotely. In this tutorial, I show you how you can create a customized scene on OBS and project it on Zoom. I'll go through a couple of examples that you may like, and if you want to try something similar, I bet your students are going nowhere. They will be glued to their laptop screen and paying more attention because this provides them with a better learning experience. Let's get started. So do you want to set up a scene for your lab which looks something like this on the Zoom to your students, where over here I have the schematic diagram, okay, which is listed on a course website. And also over here, I basically do my circuit and then make it, build it real time in front of students so they can see me. And then on the top right corner of the screen, what students see is actually a big me, they see a big picture of me. And then over here, I got two windows right here where I see the student participation, see what their engagement is. If I have any question, I may ask and I can see their response in the chat. Or some students are shy, they don't want to talk, they want to just communicate to their instructors in the chat. So I always like to have the chat and the participant window you can see on one screen, and I can just give you a window projector scene. This is how if you want your screen to appear on Zoom, this is a great setup for someone who's doing a lab, who wants to have the schematic right in front of them and also show them the circuit as the instructor builds it real time. Now I know this circuit is not exactly the way it looks over here, but this is just for the demonstration. Okay, all right. So this is one example that we're gonna create this scene right here, which is gonna look exactly like this or similar to like this. The second example that I want to give you is this is actually a great setup for someone who is trying to do a lot of coding, who does coding in their class. So this is again on the top left corner of the screen. It's me using my webcam from my laptop. Here again, I got two windows at the bottom left. One is the chat window, the other one is the participants, and on the right there is a big window which is basically that's where I do the coding. Okay, so students are seeing me, I'm doing the coding. If someone asks me something in the chat window, I can also have a look at it, and also participants right there for me as well. Okay, all right, now we're gonna create these two scenes, so let's get started. So remember folks, now this is not an OBS Studio tutorial. This is like how to use OBS to create a scene and then to project it onto the Zoom. If you want to learn how OBS works, I can actually, you will get to learn a bit about it while I create the scene, but if you want to go in detail, you probably want to watch some videos on YouTube on how to get started on OBS. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this plus sign right here and create a new scene, and then I have to rename it. So I'm going to say this is the setup for the lab. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to put something in the background. I'm using this website's called PicMaker. Over here, when you create an account, you log in, they have a bunch of backgrounds that you can use. I'm picking up this one. To this scene right here, I'm going to actually add sources, and one of the first things that you need to put in is make sure you have your audio input in there. So I'm gonna add an audio input capture in there. You can rename it what you like. I'm not gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna say okay, and then here by default you should know what's your audio is. I'm gonna pick mine right here and then click OK. So my audio goes in. Whatever sources that you add will also reflect over here on the right. Also now I'm gonna add a background wallpaper. So again, you name it. So I'm gonna say image 1, 2, click OK. I have it saved on my desktop. I go here and then I'm gonna use this one right here, and I click here and then I click OK. Here is my wallpaper right here. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna insert my webcam. So I'm gonna click on this plus icon, and I'm gonna pick video capture device, and I have, all you have to do is actually click OK right here, and then choose the source for your device right here. Okay, because I have already added my webcam before I started working on this video, so what I could do is just go here in the on the plus I click on the plus icon, and then click on video capture, and then this is already right here, window capture device. I had already added. Remember, I have multiple scenes over here and I can use webcam at one time on one of the scene. Okay, so click on the plus icon again, video capture device, and then I choose this one right here, click OK, and here is me. Okay, now it's pretty zoomed out. You want to focus to yourself, so what you could do is you should be able to move it around. I want to put it somewhere. Let's see, where did I have over here? On the top right, right? Okay, so I'm gonna crop it. You have to press Alt and pick on these dots right here and then squeeze it, basically cropping it. Okay, as much as you like. You're creating your scene, so you have the luxury to, you know, see how you want your screen to look. Okay, here I'm also now going to have the schematic. So I click on this plus icon again. This is again an image, so I go here and this is my, I want to say this is going to be my breadboard. Actually not breadboard, I'm going to say this is my schematic. I click OK. I have it saved on my desktop. Here is my circuit. Again, I'm going to press Alt and then crop it, make it fit to the page so it looks neat and clean, and then position it. I can change the size a little more if I like. Okay, so I got the schematic. Now I need to have my camera focusing on my circuit on which I'm gonna work. And for that, I am actually using an app. It's called IV Cam. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. You have to download that app because I'm using that app as a second camera. Okay, so I'm gonna say IV Cam 3. You can name it whatever you like. I already have it edited, but I just want to show you how I do it. I click OK, and then one window will pop up, and here I'm gonna choose this as a source, and whatever you choose, it will appear on the screen, and then I click OK over here and it will be inserted into your scene. Again, you can go ahead and crop it. I can crop this one a little more so I can adjust both windows. Here I can crop it a little more, and then also over here. What else I need? I also need two chat windows, one chat window and one participant. So what what you are going to do is you're gonna log into your Zoom session, okay? And then in the Zoom session, you're gonna make sure that you have your participants window on and your chat window both on. Okay, this is important, and you don't minimize it, you don't move it, just leave it as it is. Again, window capture. I just created, well, let's just make another one. Zoom chat 4, click OK, make sure you choose the right window, click OK, press Alt and crop it. I don't need the whole thing. And also I'm gonna split the chat and participant into two. So this is my chat window and this comes over here. Perfect. I'm gonna make a duplicate copy of it, copy, and then right click again, paste duplicate. And then here I press Alt again to get the participant window now. Okay, this is my participant window. Remember, to make this effective, you're probably going to need two monitors, okay, so that you can see your scene in one window, and in the other window you can if you are typing something, well, in this case you probably don't need a dual monitor system, but for the next example that we're gonna do, you probably might need that. I might have to resize it a little. So this looks pretty neat over here. So I got my schematic right here. I can actually create a circuit. So say, let's put a power supply to it. I'm connecting this. It's a very simple circuit. I have connected to the battery now, and then I'm gonna press the push button and hopefully the LED lights up. There you go. Let's see if I can turn off the lights. Yeah, it's working. It's very, very dim though. See if I can get it to work now in dark. There you go, it's working. So it's a great way to teach students. There's a little bit of delay, but it's not too bad, okay? One thing that you have to be a little careful, expect a little bit of delay, but it's not too bad. Okay, so this is a perfect setting for a lab. If you want to add a title or something, you can also click here and then choose text. And here, I'll say lab, click OK, use say lab 1, I click OK here. And then a window will pop up where you can insert a text. So say your school name, course title or number, lab number 5, say. You can change the font size if you like and click OK. You can also change the color if you like. I did not want to, so there you go. Okay, so it's a perfect scene for a lab. Okay, I hope you will find it useful, and this is something that you could implement in your class. And you will notice as I'm speaking, these bars are moving around. That means, it's catching up my audio input. I usually set my decibel to -20. Now, again, folks, like I told you earlier, this is not an OBS tutorial, but I want to show you something. Before you can project it, here are my settings. And I'm going to go click on bunch of tabs, and then you can pause the video and then take a screenshot of those settings and try to apply those settings. But remember, these are the settings which work for me. I have optimized them. I spent quite a bit of time on it. So you probably don't have to change anything on the general. You're not streaming it. Well, if you want to stream it on Facebook or YouTube, you can do that. These are my output settings right here. Just pause the video, make sure you have everything similar. I'm using a laptop, so I got I believe 1920 resolution. Here are my audio settings right here. And here are my video settings right here. So that's the resolution of my laptop, 1920 by 1080. I've scaled it down to 1280 by 720 because that means less load on encoder, and the streaming works well when you're projecting this onto the Zoom. Now, I just want to give you a quick look of the window picture, how it appears to students. Your students basically see this. That's what they see. Okay, they see the schematic, they see you making a circuit, and then you see a chat and participants, and so you can respond to them. How do you project this on Zoom? Well, once you are logged in, what you have to do, you have to click on this upward arrow and choose OBS camera. Okay, you might have to do some installation like plugins, and then you should be able to do it. And that's what your students see right here. If you have multiple people joining the session, then you can do, when you have a speaker view, whoever is speaking will appear big on the screen and the other will just, look small. Well, you don't want that to happen with this kind of setup. So make sure you pin this video or spotlight this video, which you will see there 3 dots appear because I'm the only one in the session right now. But if you have more than 2 people, you'll see 3 dots. You click on those dots and you choose pin video or spotlight video. Therefore, anybody may be speaking, the view does not change. The view always remains same. So I hope you get that point. That's important. And also remember, do not change the windows. Keep them open. Do not minimize them. Do not even move them around. Okay, that's important because otherwise you're going to lose this. Okay. All right, so you see this was pretty simple and it didn't take us much time to create something this fancy. Okay, let's now move on to the next scene, which is this scene. Again, this is a great scene for someone who likes to do a lot of coding in the class. Again, I'm gonna make a new scene, and this time I'm gonna say, again, this is for coding class, so I'll just say coding. I click OK. Here I'm just going to add everything else that pretty much what I had in the previous window. Let's create just add the existing background image 1, click OK. I also need to put the audio input capture again from the previous scene. I'm just adding it so I can save time. Also put a webcam. Again, this is already, here is me. I'm just gonna crop it, press Alt and then move around these dots to fit the image on the scene. Here I am. I also would need to capture the Zoom chat. So I click on window and then I go here. I already had it created. Click OK. Notice here chat appeared but participants are not there. Well, that's because I'm gonna have to put the participants here now, and hopefully it should come up. Yeah, there you go. So click alter and crop everything so you get the window. Again, I have to, how does it look here? So we have to crop it and select the chat window, crop it, bring this chat over here, as it if you like. Then I need to copy and make a duplicate copy of this. And I need to keep the participant window now and then crop the chat window. Oops, it's a little irritating. It doesn't have an undo button. OBS. This is my chat participant window and this goes over here. Resize it if I like. And then I need to add a Vivado window. That's the coding software that I use. So what I'm gonna do is again window capture. So there is Vivado, and then I am going to crop this. I don't want to see this panel right here. I just want to see my source files and the coding, and then this is what I want to see. Okay, here, and then I can further my coding window right here. I can change the order and move this participant window to the top. Now this is what students see over here. I can also move this window right here, and then I can add a text. So I go here, I click on text, and I click OK, and you can have class name. So I got this scene, and again I can right click here and how it appears on the screen. And once it looks good, again you can change the alignment of it if you like. If you want to focus on this part right here, you can always also crop this part right here and then move it over here and then make it big. Also at the bottom is not very, play around and make changes if you like. So how do I project that on your Zoom? Well, it's already up there. My OBS selected, and this is where students will see on their screen. Now with this kind of setup, it's important that you have a dual monitor, because you're gonna see, let me go to OBS, you will see this on one screen, and on the other screen you're gonna do typing with the coding. Okay, so notice here, if I can go here and I make some changes to my code, say if I say 9 LED equals to word of switch, I go back to OBS, notice the changes that I made also reflect over here. So I hope you like this tutorial, and with OBS, with a very simple setup, you can make a fancy scene that you can project on Zoom, and they seem to, you know, provide students with a better learning experience. I'm gonna finish this tutorial here. I know I went through a little quick, but again, if you are struggling with OBS, I suggest you watch some videos. But once you get started, it's real easy to create scene and then project it on Zoom. Thank you for watching. Bye.